red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All
The blinking vest project was meant to have a set of these lights blink to music. And originally I was going to get the music from a sound source, maybe something like this mini L288 speaker, and I was going to use the stereo plug on the top to get out the output, and I was going to drive a TIP31C transistor circuit on one of the channels to modulate this, and the other one going to a remote speaker. All my efforts to try and make a 3.5mm stereo jack that would work with this mini speaker were pretty much a failure. So I decided I'll just use the mini speaker by itself stuck in the pocket. It's loud enough, and I can put a SD card in the bottom here with Christmas music, and when I want to I can turn it on and play the music. But then how would I get the music to blink to the lights? Well, my very simple solution to that was the lights themselves are a $4 light kit from Menards that run on 3 AA batteries in a pack like this little battery pack right here. It's got an on-off switch, but then I wired in to series with it a emergency call button from a hospital surplus. So this was one of the emergency buttons that you'd press if you were in the hospital and wanted the nurse. And basically when I press it, the lights blink. So I could get the lights to blink to the music by me doing the rhythm rather than some transistor doing the rhythm. This was a very inexpensive way to make the vest work. My first attempt at the vest was to tape the lights to the outside, and you might be able to see here, I'll zoom in. You can see some tape residue left there and there and there. I actually had just taped them on to the outside of the jacket using black duct tape. And that worked, but it looked kind of cheesy. So I decided I would try a different approach. I routed one half of the lights to one side of the vest, and I started hot gluing it to the inside of the vest so that I had the lights kind of laid out where I wanted them to. And I'll use some more hot glue as I go along. And here is one of the LEDs that's poking through. See it right there. When you blink it, it blinks through. So I think if I do the same thing on this side, where I take these LEDs that were on the outside of the jacket and glue them on the inside, I should be able to make this vest a lot more attractive rather than looking kind of crude with duct tape on the outside. And I've managed to get the blinky part of the vest to work with the music by me being the rhythm rather than me trying to control it through a transistor circuit, which got to be overly complex. So I'm going to use the old trusty hot glue gun. This is a Stanley GR20, it's a 30-watt one. And the glue's not quite hot enough yet, but I noticed in one of the videos when the guy does the hot glue, he puts the hot glue on and he does this little circly thing before he pulls the glue gun away, and it seems to reduce the number of these little angel hair strands that I get all over the place. screw. Here's the first one that's stuck through. I'll glue this in place. Still blinky blinks. So I glue a couple of lights on one side of the vest, and then I try to glue a few things on the other side of the vest, and I go back and forth. I've been using tape to kind of hold things in place, hope while they dry. And I even tried to use some electronics cleaner, which is mostly compressed air, and it's cold, to be able to get the joints to, or the glue to set a little bit quicker. And that doesn't seem to do much except for add some horrific smell. This is some Radio Shack. Remember them? Radio Shack. Used to be big in electronics. What's it got in it? Well, it's evil. Eye, skin, and respiratory irritant. Great. Contains isohexone Cas 107, difluorine, and ethanol. Yeah, this is probably not the same thing as the compressed air spray. This is electronics cleaner. Probably not what I wanted. So this is the finished product with all the LEDs glued on the outside, and the nurse call button, the spare one. And when you press the button, so if you want to do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And you can get it to sync with any type of music you want, because you are the sync engine. The inside of the vest is all the bulbs glued into place, and the set of bulbs are split down the middle into two sets going down, and then the battery pack is in the pocket here, wired to the switch. And it comes out through this little port right here on the side. How much did the Christmas blinky vest cost? $4 for the blinking lights. Black vest I had hanging around. Surplus hospital call button I had hanging around. 2 AA batteries for $1.50. And $128 in hot glue. I've worn the vest out while going to the gym and doing errands. I think having the lights blink to the Christmas music is what makes it special. I've gotten so many smiles from this Christmas vest that it's made it worth the effort and the pain from the hot glue gun. Merry Christmas from the Geek.